the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Commanders will add to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And able to get this out to the 25. So now Fields and the Bears down by 12. 1:50 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields able to complete it to Montgomery. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And they'll run the option to start the drive. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand.
Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Robinson with another carry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did. But they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate. Because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.
So for the Commanders, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they will fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.